Namaste students. We are going to discuss very important topic today in this video. The topic is credit control policy of central bank. Students, in the previous video we have already discussed about the central bank. What are the functions of central bank, that already we have discussed. We know that the central bank is the supreme monetary institution responsible for controlling the entire banking system of the economy. And we also know that it is an apex body that control, operates, regulates and directs the entire banking and monetary sectors of the economy. So in this video we will see especially what are the policies the central bank use to control the whole monetary system of a country. So let's see. So controlling of money supply and credit is the most important functions of a central bank, and RBI is the independent authority for conducting monetary policy in the best interest of the economy. So whether the situation it is deflationary or inflationary, in all the situation, to control that situation, the responsibility directly goes to the RBI. And here in this screen you see the symbol of the RBI. This is the RBI, and currency note how they are issued is this given here. So now see the next. To accelerate the pace of growth of economy while maintaining price stability, the central bank of the country controls the credit as per the needs of the economy through its various instruments of monetary policy. Because depending on the situation, the central bank, that is the RBI, they use different policy that based on the situation. So here mainly two instruments here we can see here. One is quantitative and general method, and second one is called the qualitative or selective method. Now we will see what is quantitative or general method. So here see the quantitative or general method. The first method come under this quantitative or general method, that is open market operation. So what is open market operation? The definition is very simple. Open market operation refers to the buying and selling of government securities by the central bank from or to the public and the bank. So let us understand with the example. Let us suppose RBI purchase rupees 100 worth of government security from the bond market. It will issue a check of rupees 100 on itself to the seller to the bond. The seller will deposit the check in the bank, and which in turn will credit the seller's account with a balance of rupees 100. The bank's deposit will go up by rupees 100, which is a liability to the bank, and at the same time its assets will also go up by rupees 100 by the possession of this check, so which is a claim on RBI. So generally the RBI purchases or sells government security to the public to increase or decrease the stock of high powered money in the economy. So that is fully depend on the situation. Now the next one is bank rate policy. So definition is very simple. Bank rate refers to the rate at which the central bank lends money to the commercial banks of the last resort. Means an increase in the bank rate increases the cost of borrowing from the central bank. So this reduces the ability of the commercial banks to create credit. A rise in the bank rate will then cause the ability of the commercial bank to create credit. Means commercial bank to rise the rate at which they lend. Means when the rate of interest is high, then commercial bank will borrow less money from the central bank because they need to pay high rate of interest. And when the rate of interest is very less, then commercial bank will borrow more money from the central bank. So to control the money supply in the economy, the Reserve Bank use bank rate policy according to the situation. If money supply is more, to control that, the commercial bank increase the rate of interest, then commercial bank will borrow less money and they will able to less loan to the public. So this is bank rate policy. And next one is cash reserve ratio. So under the cash reserve ratio, the banks are required with the central bank a certain percentage of their net demand and time liabilities. An increased CRR means cash reserve ratio has the effort of reducing the bank's excess reserve and thus curtail their ability to create credit. Means we know that when public deposit the money in the bank, so from the total deposit of the bank, the commercial bank need to keep cash reserve in the central bank a certain percentage, and whatever left the money with themselves with the commercial bank, they can lend that money to the other person as a loan. But if the money supply already is more in the economy, then central bank given order to keep more reserve, more percentage from the deposit of the central bank of the commercial bank to central bank. So this is also depending on the situation. If money supply is more in the economy, then reserve bank order to keep more cash reserve ratio in the central bank, and if money supply is less in the economy, then reserve bank order to keep less percentage of cash reserve ratio from the commercial bank to the central bank. So this is fully depend on the situation. So these are the three. First we have discussed open market operation, second we have discussed bank rate policy, third we have discussed about cash reserve ratio. These are the three come under the quantitative or general method. Now we will see the second method, that is called qualitative or selective method. So in this method, what are the method are come? The first one is called the control or margin requirements. So what is this? So the difference between the amount of loan and market value of the security offered by the borrowers against the loan is called the margin. Means suppose if the margin is 30%, the bank is allowed to offer loan only up to 70% of the value of the security. Therefore, by altering the margin requirements, the central bank can alter the amount of loans made against the security by the banks. If the flow of credit is to be raised for certain specific business activities, the margin requirement of loan is raised of those activities. So this depend on that how much the commercial bank keep margin. If margin is more, then they can give loan very less amount. If margin is less, then they can give more. So this is the condition of the control or margin requirements. This is also depend on the situation. If money supply in the economy is more, then control on margin requirement is more, and if money supply is less, then control on margin requirement is very less. So next, rationing of credit. Rationing of credit means fixation of credit quotas for different business activities. So this method is used when the flow of certain or flow of the credit is to be controlled, particularly for speculative activities. Means central bank fixes credit quotas for different business activities. Means they will see what is the purpose of the business activities. So on that basis they will provide the loan. And the next one, direct action. The central bank can intimate direct action against member banks if they do not comply with the directives of the central bank. So direct action again includes derecognition of a commercial banks as a member of the country's banking system. We know that the commercial bank provide loan, and only because of loan, and this is the source of their income. So if any registered commercial bank, suppose they are not obeying the rules and regulation of the central bank and they are giving loan with according themselves, then it will create a problem. So that time the central bank can do or can take one action, that is the recognition, de-recognition of that bank. So this also one qualitative or selective method through that the central bank can control the money supply on the economy. And the last one you see the moral suasion. What is moral suasion? So moral suasion, actually the central bank persuades member banks to follow its monetary policy, because we know that the situation is the main thing. If in the economy, suppose there is a deficient demand, that time central bank give an order to commercial bank to give more loan to the public. Or if in the economy there is a excess demand, then central bank give an order to commercial bank to give less amount of loan to the public, because when excess demand is arises, when the money supply in the economy more, then though price of the goods and services increases, the person can buy it. So that time some other people they are affecting, means who are the very poor people, they cannot afford that goods and services because of the high price. So that time central bank give an order to the commercial bank that in what purpose they are giving the loan, means what are the motive of the borrower. So if the genuine cause, then they will give the loan in the situation of excess demand, and if the cause is not genuine, only for the celebration of things or for marriage ceremony or like that, so then they will not give the loan. So they will examine the needs of that people, that is called the moral suasion. Again one policy here is there, that is called a selective credit control. Selective credit control means the method can be applied in both positive and negative manner. So application in a positive manner would mean using measures to channel credit to particular sectors, usually the priority sectors. Here the central bank give an order to the commercial bank to give the credit only for the selective in some situation. Selective means that which are actually most important sector where the credit actually needed, so there it should be give more, and where there is a need is not so much important, then there should be a restriction of the flow of credit, and this is come under the selective credit control. So in this way the RBI control the money supply of the economy by applying two instruments. One is quantitative method and second one is called the qualitative method. So this is all about the control of the money supply. Thank you.